In the heart of the most advanced palace ever built atop Mount Olympus lived the undisputed king of the gods, Zeus. Now look at him. This wasn't your grandfather's Zeus. He was a powerhouse of muscle and style, with eyes that glowed like electric sapphires. He wore a high-collared white tunic emblazoned with an electric blue lightning bolt, a suit that pulsed with every beat of his heart. But today, the king was not feeling very kingly. Even for a god who commands the heavens, some days are just bad. Zeus sat slumped in his high-tech obsidian throne, a silk sleeping mask pushed up on his forehead. He held a massive compress of enchanted ice against his head. He groaned to himself that it felt as if 1,000 thunderclaps were trapped in his skull, all trying to find the exit at the exact same time. Not even the finest nectar could dull the pounding rhythm inside his brilliant electric mind. Then, without warning, the palace's golden floor began to vibrate. A surge of pure turquoise energy, the exact color of Zeus's eyes, surged from his forehead. It was a spectacular display of cosmic fireworks, lighting up the entire hall. When the smoke cleared, there she was, perched right on the arm of his throne. A young girl, about 12 years old, with sharp gray eyes that seemed to read his every thought. She wore silver armor that looked like a sleek, futuristic version of his own suit. This was Athena, born not from a cradle, but directly from the intellect and wisdom of the king himself. Athena's arrival changed everything. Zeus, who was used to solving every problem with a massive blast of lightning and a hearty laugh, suddenly found himself living with a miniature genius. Athena didn't care about his god-king reputation, she cared about efficiency. When Zeus would try to create a majestic sunset by throwing clouds around like colorful paint, Athena would stand beside him with a glowing tablet, showing him the exact atmospheric coordinates needed to achieve a more symmetrical result. Zeus felt a strange pang in his chest. He loved his daughter, but he missed the raw, messy fun of his power. He wanted her to roar at the clouds with him, but she was too busy calculating the physics of rain. Athena, on the other hand, saw her father as a chaotic force that needed a bit of organization. The two spent weeks in a silent tug-of-war, Zeus wanting passion and Athena demanding logic. Eventually, Athena retreated to her workshop to build mechanical wonders, leaving Zeus alone in his grand, quiet palace, feeling like a lightning bolt that had lost its spark. But silence is rare on Olympus. From the deepest shadows of the void, a creature of pure disorder emerged. The Void Eater. It was a swirling mass of dark purple energy that consumed everything it touched. Zeus, eager to prove his strength, charged into the fray. He summoned his most powerful bolts, his eyes burning with sapphire fire, and launched them at the beast. But the Void Eater didn't die. It fed on the energy. Every strike made the monster larger, and every roar from Zeus only gave it more fuel. The mighty king was panting, his knees trembling as the darkness began to close in. Suddenly, a sharp, metallic sound sliced through the air. Athena descended from the clouds, riding a massive, golden, mechanical owl. "Father, listen to me!" she cried out. "You are fighting its hunger, but you need to fight its structure. Stop the brute force. We need to disrupt its frequency." Zeus looked at his daughter, seeing the brilliant strategist he had created. He realized that his power was the engine, but she was the steering wheel. He nodded, lowered his hands, and instead of a blast, he began to pulse his light in a specific rhythmic sequence that Athena hummed to him. They worked in perfect sync. Zeus provided the raw, endless energy, while Athena used her shield to bend that light into a crystalline grid, trapping the Void Eater in a prison of pure logic and light. The monster had nothing left to consume and simply evaporated into stardust. As the sun rose over the rebuilt palace, Zeus stood tall and placed a silver helmet, designed by his own daughter, onto Athena's head. He finally understood. Power without a plan is just noise, and a plan without power is just a dream. From that day on, the storms over Olympus were the most beautiful sights in the universe, perfectly calculated, yet filled with the wild, thundering heart of a father.